guys, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you that are new, my name is Erica and I am currently pregnant with my second baby. Our first is a little boy named Charlie and he just turned 2 in June. And this little baby that I'm pregnant with now is due in December. My due date is December 22nd. So they'll be almost exactly 2.5 years apart, which is kind of what we had in mind before we started having kids. We wanted them to be somewhat close in age, but not too close, so we didn't really get to enjoy the first before we added another one to the mix. So here we are. We are in the second trimester now, and I wanted to do a first trimester recap for you guys and for myself before I forgot everything about the first trimester. So let's start with how I found out I was pregnant. So we had a big trip in March that we were kind of waiting to go on before we started trying for baby number 2. So right when we got back, we started trying and luckily got pregnant on our first month of trying. We're so blessed and so grateful that it was so quick because we were really ready for our family to grow. And I actually tested 5 days before my missed period and got a negative test, which is really early to get a positive test 5 days before your missed period, but I was just so excited I couldn't help myself. I'd bought so many pregnancy tests already and I was just excited to find out. So that Monday, it was a Monday, 5 days before my missed period, and my husband and I woke up together and took the test and it was negative and we were kind of bummed, but we knew that there was a chance that it could still be pregnant. So the next day, my husband was at work because he goes into work pretty early normally. And it was like 8 a.m. I woke up, I took the test, I put it down, brushed my teeth, was like getting ready. Kind of forgot that I had taken it somehow. I don't know why, because usually I'm like counting down the minutes until I can look at the test and see if it's positive or negative. And I looked down and I saw the like most faint line and I just knew I was pregnant because I was kind of having symptoms like earlier in the week or like during the weekend. I was like super tired and I was having some like weird cramping, which I had with my first pregnancy too. I had early cramping, like implantation cramping or whatever. So I had a feeling that I was pregnant. So when I saw the faint line, I was just so excited. I actually woke my son up, who I never wake up from sleeping. I was just so excited I had to tell someone, even though I'm not really sure that he knew what was going on, but I was so excited and I couldn't wait to tell my husband. So I finished getting ready and I got Charlie ready for the day and we went to go get donuts because during my first pregnancy, I craved donuts like crazy. So I thought it'd be kind of a cute way to like tell my husband that we're pregnant again. So I put Charlie in his big brother t-shirt that we had kind of waiting in the back of his closet for when the time was right to put him in it. And I got the donuts and we went to my husband's office and I told him to come outside because he does work with another guy that we weren't really sure if we wanted to tell people that we were pregnant yet because it was so early. I mean, literally 4 days before my missed period. So I told him to come outside and we gave him the donuts and I told him to look at Charlie's shirt and we were just celebrating together in the parking lot of my husband's office. And it was just such a magical day. We went to the park later in the day when he got off work and this nice couple actually offered to take a picture of us and they had no idea that we were having such a special day, but I'm so glad they did because I'm going to cherish that picture forever and I'll insert it here so you guys can see the day that we found out that our family was growing. It was April 10th, I still remember, and yeah, that's how we found out. And we told our parents the next day when we got the digital like pregnant positive test. And then we told a few close friends that we knew that we'd be comfortable sharing if we had a miscarriage. And then waited until the end of the first trimester to tell everybody else. We were just so excited to share the news and everybody was so excited for us. And it was just a really great time. So we had 2 doctor's appointments in our first trimester. We had our first ultrasound and like blood work appointment at 8 weeks, and we got to see the baby for the first time and see its little heartbeat and make sure that everything was going the way it should be, growing and in the right place and everything. So that was a really exciting appointment. I was really confident in the pregnancy after that appointment. I was just excited to see the baby. And then we had another appointment at 12 weeks where we had another ultrasound and more blood work done to test for genetic defects. And all of the results came back great. So that was a really fun appointment too. It was fun to see the change just over a 4-week span, because at the first appointment, the baby didn't look like a baby. It just kind of looked like a little cell with, I don't know, like some things attached to it. And it was still really exciting, of course, because we got to see the heartbeat and see that the baby is growing and healthy. But at the 12-week appointment, it was so cool to see that it had already grown arms and legs and little hands, and it was just really fun to see that change. So yeah, we've already had 2 appointments and they both went really well. Okay, so I wanted to do these like update videos periodically through my pregnancy. So I wanted to have some sort of like uniform format that I could do, or like questions that I could answer in each video, just to like keep them somewhat like the same and like see how my answers change. And I watched Brianna Kay's video. I think her name is Bits of Brie on YouTube. And she had a bunch of questions that she would answer throughout her pregnancy in her update videos. So I took some of her questions and I added a few, and I thought that would be a good way to keep track of how I'm progressing through my pregnancy. So the first question is, how far along are you and the baby is the size of a blank? So I'm actually in my second trimester now, but I'm just going to go off of week 12. And during week 12, the baby was 2 inches and a half an ounce, which is crazy that it was already like that big at 12 weeks to me. I don't know. It's just amazing that the body can create something like that in such a short amount of time. Okay, so I also wanted to share my pregnancy apps, like which ones that I'm using throughout my pregnancy. And I currently have the Bump app and Glow app. And I was using the ovulation tracker that's like a partner with Glow, I guess. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's their ovulation tracker, and that's how we got pregnant so quickly. So I wanted to also use their pregnancy app because it was so effective in trying to get pregnant. So it's fun to like follow along and look week to week like at what the baby's doing and what it's growing or developing. And yeah, I really enjoy looking at that. I was looking at it every single day in the first trimester just because there's so many changes that happen in the first trimester. But now that I'm in my second, I'm kind of looking at it like every few days or every week just to like keep updated on what baby's doing. But yeah, I'm using those apps. And then the next question is total weight gain. I was a little hesitant to put this in here because I did gain 47 pounds in my last pregnancy, which I'm not proud of. I did not eat right. I didn't exercise at all. And I mean, I know I shouldn't worry about too much. And in the end, I have a healthy baby, and that's all that matters. But it was hard to lose the baby weight that I kept on. And I'm hoping to stay a little more fit and active and eat healthier during this pregnancy. Not worry too much about what I gain, but maybe try to keep it a little bit less than 47 pounds. But during the first trimester, I actually lost 2 pounds because I was pretty sick. So the doctor wasn't too worried. I mean, 2 pounds is not that big of a deal, but I'm sure that I will gain them back in the second trimester and then some. So yeah, I've actually lost 2 pounds. That's the answer to that question. And then the next question is maternity clothes. I broke out all of my maternity clothes just to kind of go through and see what I had. But my pregnancy is the total opposite, like season-wise. So I don't have a ton of like summer or fall clothes. My baby was due in June last time, and now it's due in December. So literally like 6 months apart. But I did have some leggings that I've worn in the first trimester and some like t-shirts just because it's more comfortable. Like even though you don't have a big bump, I was still like bloated and didn't want to put my like normal pants on. So I did wear some maternity clothes. I didn't buy a ton in the first trimester because I didn't need a ton. Like I just wore the basics and then like loose fitting dresses and tops and stuff. But yeah, I definitely wore some maternity pants that I already had and some leggings. As far as sleep goes, I was definitely sleeping more than normal in my first trimester because I was so sleepy and just didn't feel well. But at night, sometimes I would struggle to sleep even though I was so tired. It was weird. I don't know if that's like hormones or what. I don't remember not sleeping well in my first trimester last pregnancy. But for the most part, I slept well. I was napping with Charlie almost every day because I was so exhausted. But yeah, for the most part, I slept well and slept more than normal. The best moment of the first trimester obviously was finding out we were pregnant. We were just so thrilled that we were adding to our family and couldn't wait to share the news. So yes, that was definitely the best moment of the first trimester. Am I missing anything? I wasn't really missing anything. I have no taste for alcohol in my first trimester. Literally the smell just like disgusts me, so I didn't miss that. I did miss, we were supposed to go on a trip for my birthday to New York. We had already planned it out. We had already planned to have my husband's parents keep Charlie for a few days while we were gone. And we had to miss out on that trip because I was feeling so sick. I just knew that it would be a waste of a trip and I would be sitting in a hotel room for 2 days, and we actually decided to go to the beach instead and just relax at my husband's parents' beach house. So I missed New York, but I also got to spend some time at the beach relaxing, so I didn't really miss it that much. And hopefully we'll get to go next year, or I don't know, sometime in the future. Am I feeling any movement yet? No, obviously not. I mean, some people say that they can feel the baby at 12 weeks, but I definitely couldn't. I'm looking forward to that though. I think that's one of the most magical parts of being pregnant. I love feeling the little baby kicks and hiccups and stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. Food cravings. I didn't really have any like one craving or like a few food item cravings in the first trimester. I would like crave one meal a day and then the next day it would sound disgusting to me for some reason. Like one day I was craving Chinese, so I got like a big Chinese meal for dinner, and then the next day I was like, that literally sounds like the worst thing I could possibly eat right now. I don't know why. I think I was just trying to get through my days and eat as much as I could so the baby could grow healthy and strong. But yeah, I didn't really have any food cravings in the first trimester. Is there anything that made me queasy or sick? Yes. The smell of seafood made me want to gag, and normally I love seafood, so I'm not sure what that was about, but I could not smell seafood. I didn't want to be around it. And the other thing is alcohol, like I said earlier. The smell of it just kind of grossed me out. Like, I don't know. Normally I like to have a glass of wine here and there, and it just sounded so gross. But other than that, nothing. I mean, like, were there any smells? I don't think there were any smells that particularly made me, like, queasier than others. But my smell is definitely heightened. Since being pregnant, which happened last pregnancy too. My wedding rings on or off, they're definitely still on. Got my wedding rings. I think I took them off in the middle of my third trimester last pregnancy. So we'll see how long I can wear in this pregnancy. Happy or moody? Definitely both. The first 3 weeks of being pregnant, I was totally on cloud nine. I was so excited and happy and just so feeling so blessed that we were able to have another baby and add to our family. And then when I was feeling sick, like towards the middle and end of my first trimester, I was definitely more moody than normal. I'm sure my husband would agree, but he handled it with grace and we got through it. So hopefully I'll be happy for most of the next I don't know, 6 months or whatever I have left. But yeah, I would say mostly happy, definitely moody here and there when I was feeling bad. Ugh. Symptoms. So, like I said earlier, my first trimester with my last pregnancy, I wasn't sick a lot. I definitely had headaches and I was like a little bit nauseous here and there, some food aversions, but this first trimester was awful. Like I felt like I had a really bad hangover every day I woke up from week like 8 until 12, 7 to 12, I don't know. For most of my first trimester, I felt like crap. Some days were definitely better than others, but for the most part, I just felt terrible. I never actually like got sick, but like physically, like I never threw up, but I wanted to. Like I just felt so bad. Nothing sounded good to me. I would have to force myself to eat just so I would like not feel nauseous. Because if I had like small meals throughout the day, that definitely helped keep the nausea down. But it was really hard when I had no appetite. And like I said, I lost 2 pounds, I think just because I like couldn't eat a whole lot. But when I did feel like eating, I would eat a lot to try to like make up for not eating earlier in the day or like earlier in the week. I didn't have as many headaches this first trimester as I did last pregnancy. So that was good. I'm fortunate for that. And other symptoms. Oh, I was super lightheaded. Like I would get to where I would like have to lay down and like stop what I was doing. I couldn't get a lot done around the house because as soon as I started doing something, I would feel lightheaded, feel like I had to like sit down. So that wasn't fun. But that all has gone away. Like right at the 12-week mark, I started feeling better. I wasn't nauseous. I wasn't as lightheaded. And so I'm so thankful that it was only for a few weeks or 2 months or whatever. I know that for some women it goes like through their whole pregnancy, and that was not the case for me. So I'm thankful for that. Thankful that I'm feeling better. And a belly shot. So I'm like already in my second trimester, so I'm just going to include some pictures of my belly. The last question is, what are you looking forward to? And I am looking forward to having a big pregnant belly again. I really enjoyed being pregnant last time. And now that I'm feeling better, I am just looking forward to having my little belly and feeling the baby move and have hiccups and stuff. I'm also looking forward to taking pictures and documenting this pregnancy more. I only have like a handful of pictures from last pregnancy, other than our maternity shoot. We did do a maternity shoot around 34 weeks, I think, last pregnancy. So I have a ton of pictures from that like period of pregnancy, but I am looking forward to having more and doing these videos so that I can look back on these as well and show them to my future baby. And of course, I'm looking forward to meeting our baby for the first time. Can't wait to hold the little baby in our arms and meet the baby. So I'm looking forward to that, and I know that this time in my life is going to fly by again like it did last pregnancy. So yeah, that I guess concludes my first trimester recap. Thank you so much for watching and coming along this journey with me. I can't wait to share everything with you guys and document this for us. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.